All right, guys, welcome back. So Tier 6 for Classic TBC is now on the horizon. And when I say it's on the horizon, it's because it's on the PTR. So I want to just talk a little bit about how this is going to affect the timeline. My predictions going forward, as in, how often we're going to expect content, because this does tell us a lot. I mean, I'll just show you this clip quickly from a video that I done, I don't know, a couple of months ago, predicting when I think, based on arena seasons and previous content patches and stuff like that, looking at all of the data involved and then estimating when Classic Rafts come in. Basically, that was the whole point of the video. But this short clip will tell you when I said Phase 3 will come. Spot. So we have to base each phase, which has an arena season, on around a 5-month cycle. So we're already 7 weeks into Season 2. So if we say an average 20-week season, which is a decent length, as I've said, in the grand scheme of things, this means by the end of January, we should have Tier 6. Fast forward another 20 weeks or 5 months of raiding the same content, and we're now not even halfway through next year. It would actually be smack bang in the middle of May, with the normal kind of 1 week off season reset. And to be fair, that's looking around about right, because for Tier 5, the PTR was far too long, in my opinion. It was about 6 weeks. 6 weeks of everybody just literally doing SSC on multiple characters every single day and TK. So it was a really long, drawn-out, unnecessarily long PTR, in my opinion. We know next reset we're going to be getting the nerfs to SSC and TK, which ordinarily the nerfs would come at the same time as the next content patch, really. That's ideally how we would want it. But that's not quite happening. So we're getting the nerfs next week, and then ultimately, I would say the PTR length maximum should be 4 weeks. I think 4 weeks is about right. I just don't think the raid should be left open for that amount of time. Me personally, I feel like a lot of people, myself included, I done quite a few SSCs, TKs on the PTR, and I think that ruined it for me. Maybe doing one clear on the PTR, fine. I probably will go and do Black Temple and Hyjal on the PTR. I didn't jump in the group last night, but was invited, but didn't go. But those guys already, they killed Illidan. When I woke up this morning, luckily, I got to actually see him get a kill, which was brilliant. So, I'm talking about obviously like Saf, Crix, TSW was raid leading, and loads of others. But that was one long night of raiding and Illidan's dead. So let's be honest, there was a mix of players there, people who hadn't played together before, but ultimately there was quite a lot of experience in the group, don't get me wrong. But I don't really see Black Temple or Hyjal lasting very long in the grand scheme of things when it comes to actually being live. There's a couple of things worth noting, which I'll just bring these posts up now and we'll actually have a look at them together. So SSC and TK, in addition to the nerf, so getting them in their final nerf state with a weekly reset, also, the requirement for the attunement will be gone for those raids as well. Now, on alts, you can just mosey on in and start getting yourself some gear. So just to show you the proper post, new content testing. So Black Temple, Mount Hyjal are now available on the PTR. Yeah, this is how you actually find them to get teleported in. And obviously, there's loads of vendors and a really laggy Shatraf where you can get loads of gear. The only other additional change outside of Neverwing reputation, which is probably worth mentioning. So it looks like, Neverwing's definitely going to be in Phase 3. So you can start doing the dailies, farming eggs all day long, just to get those really sexy drakes, to be honest. Actually, you probably will want to get one. But you can now select multiple activities when searching for groups in the looking for more UI, and after listing your group in the looking for group UI, you'll now automatically search for other groups interested in the same activities. So they've just done some tweaking to the looking for group UI, and the entire drop down body can now be clicked to open the drop down, which I went on the PTR and had a look at the LFG tool. I'll be honest with you, without opening them side by side, I couldn't really see much difference, if I'm honest, but they've probably just made some minor tweaks in. So if you use the LFG tool, then you'll probably notice it more than me. And then the only other thing that was noticed was that when you zone into Serpent Shrine Cavern, the path to Lady Vash is open right away. So they've basically said, it's not clear whether that's actually meant to be the case or not, but it's very possible that this could be a change. And it's a change that sort of does make sense in a way, because, if you're doing Tier 6, you might only be bothered about going back and getting KT. So it did mention that, you could get to KT as well, but you'd still have to clear all the trash. So it's a way you could just go, do KT, do Vash, and then, carry on just with Tier 6 and carry on doing what you're doing. So it could be a change that's actually going to take place on live servers, or it could just be something that's for testing purposes on the PTR. Let me know in the comments. Do you think it's intentional? Or do you think it's going to hit live servers, or is it just a PTR thing? Outside of that, that's about it, to be honest. So if you want to test some Black Temple and some Hyjal, just jump on the PTR and give it a crack. There'll be groups going pretty much all hours of the day. As I say, Shatraf was one big laggy mess when I looked at it this morning. So there'll be plenty of plenty of groups. Go in if you want to go in there and give it a test. It looked pretty good from what I've seen. As I said, I've not been in myself, but watching numerous different people stream of the long raid they did last night to clear everything, it looks all right. I couldn't see any major glaring issues, if I'm honest with you. But I also feel like, all we're getting is 2 new raids, which is nice, don't get me wrong. Extra raids is always good. I personally, if you do talk to me on stream, at the moment I'm not really playing TBC, but when Black Temple hits, or maybe a couple of weeks before, so maybe just getting Christmas out of the way, then I am actually going to start playing TBC actively again. But look, guys, I personally, like I say, I think the timeline in the video, I'll put a link up the top now to that video for when I predict when Wrath's going to drop. The phases so far look like they're playing out like that, so I think it's a good chance that 2022, so in next year, we're nearly in that year already, I think we'll be playing Wrath Classic, which on the basis I'm setting the channel up for Wrath, it's a bloody good thing. But yeah, anyway, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for loads of content, and if you haven't checked out any of the Wrath content that I've already made a start on, go check it out. I'm sure you'll find something useful there. But until next time, peace out.